After decades of research on past episodes of climate change, geochemist Wallace Broecker is focusing on the future. Along with studies that could shed light on regional effects of global warming, this climate research pioneer has taken up advocacy for curbing greenhouse gas emissions. Science and technology correspondent Patrick Regan concludes our two-part series.
Wallace Broecker had been studying Ice Age climate change when he wondered, at the tail end of a cool spell in the mid-1970s, why there wasn't clearer evidence that fossil fuel use was contributing to global warming.
The base of this is that CO2 intercepts outgoing Earth light. That's basic physics. And that tends to create a thermal blanket, and it will warm the Earth, there is no doubt.
Since then, observations have shown a warming trend, and ever more realistic computer simulations project more of the same, even under conservative scenarios. Predicted changes, such as accelerating sea level rise, melting ice, and increases in both drought and flooding rainfall, appear to be ahead of schedule. Broecker's main tool for understanding where things are heading is geochemical analysis of the past.
The work I'm doing now, I'm looking at evidence for changes in past rainfall distribution on the planet. I sort of have the idea that one of the things that's going to have the biggest impact is a change in the distribution of moisture, especially in the drylands and on the Earth.
Outside the lab, he says, awareness has turned into action.
Now I'm sort of a man that spends part of my time trying to convince the world that there are things that we ought to do to get ourselves ready to deal with the problem. I'm concerned that no matter what we do, we're going to at least get to double CO2 content over what we had in 1800 before we started the Industrial Revolution.
He says measures beyond conservation and existing technologies for renewable energy are needed, such as capturing carbon dioxide from power plants or simply from the air and storing it in the earth. In New Jersey, as elsewhere, projects related to carbon capture tend to be small-scale and very early in the R&D cycle. That's the kind of work Broecker would like to see expanded and accelerated.
We've wasted 30 years since we really knew this was a problem, doing almost nothing along these lines. Maybe it will be wrong, and we'll luck out. But to do anything takes an enormous effort. And so it isn't as if we can wait until we know what's going to happen and then turn a switch. If we're going to do something, it's going to be 50 years of really hard work.
Patrick Regan, NJN News, Palisades, New York.